Hi there, I'm Joey.
I'm Jacob.
And we are watching Star Trek for the first time. Last time on Star Trek, The French. Yeah. God damn it. I don't know why. The mood struck me. Okay, so I have a little anecdote to share, I think, before this episode. So for those that don't know, we record these sort of in blocks of 2. So last time we recorded, we'll always have Paris and Skin of Evil, which, is the episode where Yar dies. And I went into work like the day after, and I said to my coworker, who I think I mentioned before, who's a big TNG fan, and I said to her, I was like, I just watched the episode where Tasha Yar dies, and I swear she looked at me for a second, and like after like 10 seconds, she was like, "Who?"
Oh,
I swear, I almost broke down in tears, my guy. Oh man! And then when she finally did remember, she goes, "Oh, the security chief, not her name or anything."
Oh man!
Oh, it's really gonna be like that, isn't it? Oh, goddamn it!
I mean, I guess that definitely confirms Yar isn't coming back.
Yeah, I would assume so. I did also learn though that coworker is a big fan of Heart of Glory, which, I mean, hey, great news. Fantastic episode. Anyway, today we're watching an episode called Conspiracy.
Wasn't there, correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't there an episode a little bit ago, not long ago, where they were like, hey, I think there's a conspiracy, like, in the academy?
Yes! Yeah, that was in... Oh, I have no clue. I'm thinking right now.
The one where Picard's under, like, the fake review.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's called.
I can't remember. I'm trying to look for it. Coming of Age. Because one of my first notes there is Enterprise Inspection. Yeah, it wasn't that, yeah. So, okay, yeah, gotta be that. Because, yeah, I guess it could be about that. I'd be interested to know if it's about that. But I guess we'll find out. We're going to get into post-episode thoughts in a second. Be sure to join us then. We're about to watch Conspiracy. I think, easily the most notes I've taken on any TNG episode yet. Because, oh my god, there's so much. There are so many things happening, Jacob. So many things.
So many things, I know.
So many things. All the things. First off, you clocked it just by the one-word title. Yeah, this is totally following up on Coming of Age, which I think is absolutely insane. But also, part of me thinks... I guess, yeah, I would have to rewatch the scene. But I guess, is this the thing that Quinn was worried about? I guess it is. I guess it has to be. Yeah.
It has to logically be.
Yeah. Okay, so were those captains that Picard was talking to at the start, were they already possessed by the bug things?
Maybe, but here's the thing. Why would you have to kill that other captain, though?
Yeah.
He might have been the only non-possessed one.
Yeah. Okay, also, they didn't pull back on that at all. What's his name? Walker Keel? He's definitely, dead. He just died with his ship.
Walker Keel is dead. He exploded with his ship, and that's probably why I think he was probably the only non-possessed one, because everyone else is seemingly alive. Yeah,
because the other captain that showed up at the end there, she was definitely possessed the whole time. I think that was the implication there. And then the alien captain that was there at the start was talking to Picard weird by the end of that meeting. Cool. So maybe. Also, I'm assuming this will get followed up on later. If not in the next episode, probably in a later episode at some point. But I could definitely see this getting followed up on, because it ends in such a way that it's like, there's more to explore out there. Some other unexplored part of space, which I find really, really interesting. Also, on the female captain at the beginning, this is, about 100 years post-TOS? The last episode of TOS being about how women aren't allowed to be Starfleet captains, and here we are. I think this is definitely... Is this the first female Starfleet captain we've seen? I think it is.
I can't picture any other female Starfleet captains.
I think she was our first, which is really cool. I really like that. Dude, how great was that opening joke with Data?
That was great.
Geordi's telling Data a joke, and then the slow realization of what's happening, and then the fucking laugh that Brent Spiner does. Mwah, beautiful. I love it.
Data,
a treasure.
Data, as always, is a treat. He had an especially good scene where so much is happening, he has a human reaction.
Yeah, I really, really loved the bit where he was on the computer, and he was speaking out loud, and then he caught himself about to say, "Oh, I was just talking to myself," on instinct, which I thought was really, really cool, and I need more of that. That's so good. Oh my god, beautiful, love it. There's so much to talk about. We learn more about Picard's past with Dr. Crusher, and that Walker was the guy that introduced Beverly to her eventual husband. And also that I don't think we knew too much before. Did we know that Picard was really close with Jack Crusher? I don't think we knew that, right?
I think the most we knew is that they knew each other, which is why like it hurts that he's dead, and the implication is that Picard is also like there or partially responsible, if my memory.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for the episode that fully develops on that, and I'm very excited for it. Can't wait to see it. That'll be cool. Oh god, I'm going through my notes. There's so much. I love it. What a great name for a ship. The Horatio is. I think that's great. I
like Thomas Paine. That's the kind of ship name I would give it, though.
It absolutely is. Also, just again on the continuity of this show, which I find really fascinating. Go back to TOS. Like there wasn't this kind of just continued story throughout multiple episodes that are like a decent ways apart. Like Coming of Age was episode 18, we're on 25, like solid gap between there, and we're following up on that. Also, we're now 2 episodes deep after Yara's death, and we just haven't mentioned her at all, and I'm a little sad about that. But whatever. Dude, I loved the bit when Quinn got on board the ship and Picard was like, you remember how you told me about how there was something going on with Starfleet, and Quinn's like cover story, because he's possessed by these mouth insect things, and his the mouth insect's cover story is, oh no, you misinterpreted what I was saying. I was just speaking on integrating aliens into Starfleet. So his cover story is literally, Picard, don't worry, I'm just a space racist, which I find really, really funny.
That is really funny. Just think about it, 'cause that's what the little pink bug things thought would like fool the average human.
Yeah. Really, really interesting. Also, I think it's the same scene where I called out something really interesting. I don't know if I may have just missaw it, like, mistaken what I was seeing, but I think you clocked it too.
It's the random extra in the background. Yeah,
there appeared to be in that shot there. What looked, at least, again, could be totally wrong with this, what seemed to be a male presenting person wearing one of the like dress skirt Starfleet uniforms, which I found really interesting. I thought that was really cool, fucking awesome. I don't know if that was actually like meant to be anything, or like I don't know. I think it's really cool that it's there.
Plus they go by so quickly, like
it was so minimal. But interesting that it's there. If I was reading that right, I could totally not be, but hey, really cool nonetheless. Go the future. Loved the whole fight scene between possessed Quinn and Riker and Geordi, and Worf. He throws down with Worf, but who saves the fucking day? But Dr. Beverly Crusher herself. Mwah, beautiful. Loved that. I just love Gates McFadden in general. She's awesome.
She is.
Yeah. If I do have like one sort of big complaint about this, it's that it wraps up really, really fast. We spent most of this episode thinking that we were in for like a 2-part finale sort of thing, but no, it doesn't seem that way unless the ending with the homing beacon thing does lead directly into the next episode, which I suppose it might, but I'm kind of doubting it. I think that's mostly because I know the title of the next episode. It doesn't seem like that, but who knows? But yeah, also totally like John Carpenter's The Thing-esque ending with Remick Remick's like face blowing off and his insides revealing the alien on the inside. Just gorgeous. Looks gorgeous.
It was phenomenal.
Just a really great practical effect. I fucking loved that thing. That was so cool. Straight up horror. Something that would have, I think, terrified me as a child. Oh my god. Just, yeah, wonderful stuff, and a really wonderful episode. Holy shit! I did not expect this at all.
I think it set in this was going to be a pretty seriously themed episode, like just by like those first couple minutes, and like after Walker has the channel 47 or whatever call.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Something 47.
Yeah, it was a code 47.
Code 47. Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah.
And it was like that set the tone for the episode, and we were like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a big one. It's a really big one, and I'm hoping to. I'm sure they'll definitely follow up on it in the future. But yeah, I just really loved this. I thought this was so cool, and yeah, I need more. Give me more. But that said, we are now officially one episode away from finishing the first season of Star Trek: The Next Generation. How weird does that feel? Coming off such a high like this episode, I have a feeling the next one can't quite live up to it, but I guess we'll find out.
But hey, we judge every episode kind of on its own merits, so
yeah. Well, we try to.
Exactly, we tried to.
Yeah. All right, I think that about does it. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to join us next time when we continue Star Trek: The Next Generation. Until then, this has been Joey Morgan.
I'm Jacob.
Goodbye.